on the key, so this shit not.
Season 2, you already know what it do. Happy New Year's 2023. Big Keezie right here. What's up, ladies? Tell them what's good.
Hey. Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Been a long
Happy
time.
New Year's.
Been a long time. We back, baby. We back. We did make it.
We did in one piece.
Yeah, we made it.
We all made it together in one piece.
Yes, because 2022 was something. It was
that thing was like a life-changing event.
Listen,
from the January 1st to the December 31st. Yeah. This was literally just a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? We're not even that well into 23 yet. And I already feel
right. I'm like, yo, it's real shaky right now. People are like, yeah, how your year going? I'm like, ask me like in 6 months, because like 20, like that 2022 still in the back, you know what I'm saying? But it's like still right here, like, hey, shorty, what's up? You think things change? It's only the year, baby. And you're like, please. 2022 ain't fight fair. Like, yo, I caught COVID at the gym, y'all. I caught COVID at the gym. Yes, it was a lady. I would see her all the time in there. And I was ducking and dodging COVID. I made it all them years. My kids caught COVID. I didn't catch COVID from them. So I was like, great. I did a great job. But yo, I got so sick. Yes, play me that violin. Yes. Thank you. I got so sick. And it was like a dark time in my life. And I was happy the only thing that was different was that, my kids wasn't with me when it happened. So that was a good thing. But then I was getting pressure to get better. So I kept getting bullied every day by 2 children. And I'm like, y'all people don't work. Like, I'm over here sick, and thank goodness that I had someone to bring me things and make sure I was all right. Like, granted, he ain't come too close, but he like, here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to the door. Open that glass and let that air come through there and everything. But yeah, it was something.
Well, I didn't catch the COVID. Okay. I had pneumonia. I did catch. I feel like if you didn't catch one thing, you caught something else. You know what I'm saying? So I had pneumonia. I didn't have COVID. I got some people who had the RSV. That's like the new thing out now. So 2023, it's like so many different things out. You gotta like really be careful now. Like, you still need to keep your damn mask on, to be honest.
You do.
Vaccinated or not, by choice, or whatever you guys want to do. I'm not going to shame anybody.
I will.
You ain't gonna get it. You get booster after booster after booster. You got so many boosters. You got more boosters than they got down Benning Road. Like, what's going on? For another time.
Yes, but you know what? Before we get too far off, let's go ahead. Let's go back. Let's remind the people, because it's been a little while. We might have forgot who the fuck we are.
New year, new me.
Yes. Listen. Well, I don't know, because last time I had said that, then like they had shut the world down. So I ain't even gonna say that. Hello. Nice to see you all. Thank you for joining us again. It's your girl Die, whatever. Out here still being a mother, making it, allegedly. Next.
Well, it's formerly known as Shakira. Okay. Like Di said, we still kicking it. We still making it. We're here. We're back, better than ever, stronger than ever.
Yes.
So if you fuck with us, then please, please.
Hallelujah.
Stay on with us. Enjoy the fucking ride.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell y'all again. New year, new me. Everybody got me bent, messed up, all of that. Okay, I'm not on what I was on last year. I'm leaving last year there. It's your girl Moe Keezie. Same name, different game. You feel me? Everything I'm doing from here on out, I'm focusing on me, what I got going on, my business, putting everything back into myself, my brand, my family. Of course, I'm a mother first, before anything. Child of God as well. Amen. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that's how I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? Family first all year, because I lost a lot of family last year. So I want to keep all my family near and dear. You feel me? So I'm rocking out, me and my kids. Badass kids. But that's how I'm rocking out.
Listen.
That's how I'm rocking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
new year,
well,
new
you
me.
know what? Well, let's celebrate properly. Everybody got their cup. Let's do a toast, ladies. Let's do a virtual toast, because you know what?
Well, mine might look a bit alcoholic-ish because it's still
Oh, you drunk yours. You ain't even ready for
that.
No, it's tequila.
It looked like a Casamigo shorty.
No, it's called.
You didn't bring any for anybody else. You can't send that through an email or anything. Like,
I'm gonna pour it up so I look a little classy.
Look, I mean, if you want, I could have put my stuff back in the sangria bottle and I could just drink it out the bottle. All right, next time, yo. The next episode, we need to call it Still Ratchet, but different.
Still Ratchet.
Yes, so I'm gonna get us all
like,
Mad Dog
2020. I can't shake that. I can't shake that ratchetness. I've been twerking on headlights since last year, and I'm still doing this year. I ain't even gonna hold
Yo, see now. Okay, you know what? Because Glorilla, that's my girl, and that's been a problem. Like, yo,
let's give cheers to Glorilla, because she definitely has been doing her thing. So
listen, yes, cheers.
Us, cheers to 2023.
Yes.
My bad. I was already in the cup. My bad.
Y'all need a little AA meeting or something like that.
Hey. Okay. All right. We made it. Okay.
Don't get stopped.
We made it. And we're going to celebrate because we made it. It was shaky. It was real shaky. Very shaky. But yes. Oh, no. So you say I was going to don't get slapped. Wow. So you was going to Will Smith me. You was going to Will Smith me. Okay. You was going to Will Smith me. Okay. I see what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So anyway, let's review what we missed. And we can start with, Moe talking about she's going to slap me because I guess she Will Smith and she trying to say I'm Chris Rock. First of all, she's calling me extra black. She calling me crunchy, and I really don't like that. But yeah, no.
I'm definitely ready for season 2 of Bel-Air. I tell you that much. Like, they need to get that back and popping. I'm telling you, I love that show.
Good. It was really good.
Really, really good and well put together. I like the added suspense and the added drama to it.
Yes.
It gave another outlook. And it's a family show, but it's not really a family show. It gives you the raw side of kind of like where he grew up. And then like the guy actually like trying to find him is crazy. Then the fact
I love that part. I like that backdoor action. I'm like, that nigga is across the world and you are afraid. Like, ooh.
I mean, and then like, yeah, it's not a family show, but I mean, I don't know about y'all families, but I know my family. And I mean, it's a lot of things that, I mean, I personally, not me, but I got a lot of people that could relate, that they be going out and they be having these, secret addictions and everything. And then they come out and say, what are you talking about? I don't have a problem. Oh, you don't?
Oh, you see my man in the closet?
Yes, when he went in there and he come up.
I was like,
looking around.
Is that you? No wonder.
It connects to the real world though, and things that are happening now, and things that students are facing now with drug use. It is a drug, but it's a prescription drug, prescription drug abuse, and it's unfortunate that it's, I mean, I know it happens in every community, whether it's Black or white, but it seems as though since Carlton does go to a more of a privileged school,
yes,
he has easier access to those things. So
he has access to those type of drugs instead of him being strung out on something that, predominantly Black neighborhoods, their choices of substances, you know what I'm saying? And so it is nice to see that side, because a lot of people may not even know what he was doing at all. And so that's when it starts to educate both communities, but it also educates the wider view of things, that sometimes everything that you see is not what it is. Exactly. Everything that glitters is not gold. You seen the daddy on the show.
Yeah.
And the mother, honey child, I can't wait for season 2, honey.
Yeah, it's something.
coming. So I can't wait to see what if they're gonna keep that same line going or
Yeah.
switch it. Hopefully they don't switch it up too much and they stay on the course that they're on and it doesn't get corny like most shows do. Um,
Yes.
you
And
know,
then yeah,
so
because you know what? The thing that was the wildest about 2022 to me was, were you all like watching the news and then all of a sudden you find out that it's a war that's going on, and I'm like, what did I miss that we got
Like
to a point
every day.
that there's a war in Ukraine? And I'm like, what had happened? Because I remember I went to go just check the weather, and then it was like, and today we are live from. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, how we at war? Right. I'm like, after all them years it took to get out of Afghanistan, and hold on. And I'm like, oh wait, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Oh, okay, we in the back. Okay. And then they showing all people, and then just to sit there, and I'm only thinking of this just because, like, as we were talking about the war on drugs, and it just made me think of like how, like you're saying, that we didn't know, or no, how Bel Air is exposing people to know that there are a variety of drugs that people are using. But then and then you also got to see a little bit of like the racism in there as well for Will.
Definitely. And I
So
love
then,
to see it
but
in
in the
Bel
war
Air.
in the war in Ukraine, and then you start seeing where you see like I don't necessarily know what their race would be there for the black people, the African people, the people of color, as they're trying to get on like the trains and the shuttles, and you see them getting pulled off, and other people are going on, and I'm like, y'all, it ain't safe. But thank God for like social media, so they can give us this extra information, because
You
this
wouldn't
stuff
know.
been going on for years. Like imagine if social
No,
media
black
was
people
around.
everywhere.
I know. I'm like, the slave trade was real.
We're
Slave
everywhere.
trade.
We're in Ukraine. We here. We there. We're everywhere.
Right.
We don't
Because
just
I'm
stop
looking,
here.
like they was talking to one of the black people there, and I'm like, how did you get there?
He been there
Got
for
a
years. He in the
story.
hood there. They got a Berry Farms there too. Trust me. I bet they do, honey.
It makes me want to go on Ancestry, because I just want to know, like, I want
I
to
mean,
know.
you never
You
know
know
who
who the
might
Ukrainian
find.
cousin is?
No, I'm just saying, like, it has been like, as you go and see different pictures and views from around the world, and you see people that look like you and that's your complexion, and then like you see them. So like, if I was out somewhere, I might think like, oh, hey, you see other black people, how black guys, they got the head nod that they do, whatever, and like, and then sup brother, all that and everything. And then for the black ladies, you go somewhere and you just look around, you be looking like, okay, you saw what happened, and you like, wait a minute, you're not making the black eye contact, the black woman eye contact, and then they say something, you're like, oh, you don't even know English. Damn, the slave trade went that far. Damn, you be like, I guess I get it. Yeah, but
Man,
that
it's
was wild in
it
2022.
still is wild because it's still going on and we're still funding them money, which okay, cool. But why they didn't got about what 6 billion or more from the US? And
Yeah,
what about your people here with your food?
exactly.
Where's my food stamps?
Food going
Especially
earth
because all
You
that
had
money
10
they spending over
cents a
there.
day to feed me and a hungry family, please.
that's consider eggs is
My
a lot
Instagram is down
smaller.
below for those.
All
Eggs
right,
is a
look. No, keep saying that. Keep saying what you saying, Mo. And then I'm gonna start singing that song that they sing on them commercials when the dogs be all injured and stuff, and they tell us what they can do. Go ahead. Come on. Through the arms of an angel,
Just get my food
let
stamps
me
from my mom.
go
I could really feed my
away.
family. See, it's just been a couple months and they keep
I
calling
don't
down. They keep
know
calling, they keep hanging up the phone, and they keep calling, they keep sending it to somebody else. If you could
what
just send
the
10 cents
words.
for love,
I'm
you
done.
can help a family of 4 to eat tonight.
Not 10
We
cents.
need you.
Through the arms of an angel.
So, guys, y'all are terrible though. I love those commercials though. They got me one time, and you know what? I still got that dog. I love him, little Richard.
Because like they pick up a dog and the dog just
No, you
looking. You see
have
the
one.
dog got
I
one
got no,
eye.
you don't know nothing about it because you're not with us. Don't talk about it because I got one. So I was trying to let somebody have me. So somebody was gonna sit me too.
Oh my god, you are crazy.
No, what's crazy is Blueface and Krishan. I cannot
Girl,
believe that these people are a thing.
hold on, which one is crazier?
I think it's her. I don't think it's him. I think it's her. Because you see her sitting there and she's like, yeah, daddy. Yeah. And then later on, then she's gonna tell what happened. And then she want people to have sympathy for, yeah, daddy. And I'm like, girl, don't stop transitioning his face on you. Like, stop doing that. Like,
Me a Blueface, you feel me? I like their relationship. I love it.
you like it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for successful Black relationships. Everybody got little problems. Ain't nobody say record y'all last fight and show it to the world.
Yeah, but everything about that situation is toxic. Their family members are toxic. They are toxic.
Yes.
That's fine that you like it, but me personally just don't like how it's the new norm. That's my issue with it, because you're basically telling other females, younger females that are easily, easily influenced, that that's okay. That's not okay. And then you're telling other young men that that's okay to do XYZ. That's not okay. You should not be treating each other like that. Your father should not be punching your boyfriend in the face. You shouldn't be throwing your mother out the house. It's just, no, it's not okay. Nothing about it is okay. I mean, like you said, I wish them the best, but we not saying cancel them, because everything is cancel this, cancel that person. But they gotta do better. Either
they need some help.
Do better. Or somebody.
Well, I mean, they can do better, but I feel like with their new show that they have out, because I be into all the new reality shows that have been out. Like, I just love it. It's very entertaining, but it's also nice to see young people of color banding together, making things happen. And that's very inspiring, especially for someone like myself to see. So, watching it, it's like, I know they're going through problems and stuff like that, but watching it also, they're publicly speaking about it. So they know that they messed up. Okay, because everybody messed up. You messed up too, and you too, and a couple of y'all watching this too out there. And if you got a problem with it, then you can DM me to the Instagram below. But what I'm saying is, at least they're trying to fix it with your input. It's like a round table discussion with them. Because for me, at that point, they could just hey God, with the background music, you're killing me. But we don't need to spend 10 cents a day to them, because we're doing more than that.
I mean,
yeah. If you, that is toxic, but they're trying to fix it. Blueface said he ain't hit the girl lately, and not saying that's not like
lately.
Okay, I'm not saying, because you already know how I'm going. Ain't nobody hitting on me. But what I'm saying is, he ain't hit her lately, and she approves of that. If that's what they want to do, let them folks. There ain't nobody business. Let them folks do it.
Yeah. So we're just gonna leave.
I don't know nobody getting beat up, but I'm just saying
we gotta leave them. Yeah, we gotta leave them.
That's what they want to do, and they're both green parties. To if you're agreeing, it's different when you just getting beat. I'm not saying. I mean, domestic violence is domestic violence, but they look like they tick for tack at that point. This look like that fight that went down the other night with Davis down there at the
just at the Capitol. Yes, at the Capitol Arena.
And then speaking of that, real quick, what did y'all take on that? Because I feel like that there should have been some consequences.
What about the fight?
No, for his girlfriend, how she lied. About the whole. I feel like there should have been a little some consequences, considering that's defamation of character. And didn't my man Johnny Depp just win a whole lawsuit about that? So
he did. I think that if anything, I hope she learned from that, because the way that he hit that man, and that man then could not see. Okay. I don't want those problems. I don't need that beef. I don't want that smoke. I want to sleep peacefully at night. I want to know that when I lay down, I'm laying down because I chose to go to sleep, not because I did something and I pissed him off and somehow I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm waking up talking about what happened. I missed 3 days. No, but he should do something against it, because he could have lost out on a lot of money. And then seeing like all the celebrities and everything that came in town to watch that. Yeah, like
to be over all based upon a lie. Like,
And the thing about it,
you just don't do. Just because you're mad, don't go around spreading things that could potentially ruin somebody. Like that man could have done. And clearly, as we see, boxing is his life. That's how he provides for his family, his kids, you know, things like that. Don't just go running off at the mouth because you're mad about whatever you mad about. I just thought that's very, 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 very childish of her. And I feel like there should be some type of consequences for her actions. Not just sorry, I lied.
Yeah, though the consequences for her actions was when she came home after that fight and had to see him. And she heard that man talking, he lost his sight. She got fear. Okay. She got fear. Okay. Because again, I'm dating somebody who's staying in the gym real heavy. And guess what? I'm not gonna do. I don't want no problems. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. When we sit down, we sit down. I don't want no problems. And I don't want that type of life. I'm not about to sit here and be doing all that. And it's like, what you got, it shows the lack of what she doesn't have and going on in her life for the fact that you would sit here and do this. Like, why would you do that? Because then, all right, cool. He missed out on all this money and everything. Then you went around and you were talking about he broke. You did it. It's your fault.
But yeah, we're not going to spend too much time on them because, you know.
Prayers and blessings. We wish them the best in their endeavors. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much. So, ladies, does anybody have any new, well, I'm gonna start with Moe because she already said
me. I didn't even raise my hand for anything. I
didn't. New Year present. So you know, I just want to hear. Or do you have any New Year's resolutions, or you know, any New Year's goals? You don't gotta give them all because you know not everybody's in your corner. So you know some things you want to keep to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, one of my New Year's resolutions is to focus on self and to not worry about what other people have to say about anything that I'm doing. I'm not saying like anything I'm doing, like, oh, I'm about to be out here, woo. No, like anything I'm doing, like far as conscious decisions that I'm making, you know, that I know are conscious decisions. And sometimes people are afraid of their own success, that they'll be afraid of yours too. So, baby, don't stand in my way, okay? Excuse me.
There we go.
Moving along, but also I've been on my weight loss journey. So hey,
yeah,
basically I want to maintain healthy lifestyle, things like that. There's certain things like as I'm getting to become a little slightly older young lady. I want to cut back on certain things that I have. y'all laugh me out like I was an old bitch or something. Like, hold up.
No, please. No, that's not a slightly older young lady. I can't.
we're all reaching these milestones.
That keeps them guessing. They might think, I'm a young Cinderoni saying that. But no, really. Yeah, I know I'm getting older now, y'all. And the more that we mature, honestly, I just want to just stay focused on self, stay focused on my family, and just, become a better woman in 2023. So, yeah.
Okay. So what you got for us, Di?
Well, I've decided I need to, this year, I am going to focus more on my peace. It's been hard. Like, there's, long story short, I realized that I had to cut, in 2022, I realized I had to cut certain people off and distance myself from people because what I realized is that people that you might open up to and you might show a level of insecurity in any area or something, people gonna sit there where you talk to them and you're like, I'm talking to you as a friend, I'm talking to you as, who you are to me and everything. And people will sit there, they'll play on that and they will use that against you. So there's the thoughts and the feelings that you have, and then you're acting out on something and it really isn't off of what you thought. It's because they said that to you and they knew it would trigger you and they knew it would stay in your mind and go over and over and over. So what I did is I decided, through the arms of an angel, that I would go ahead and get this right here closer to Jesus. Okay.
Amen.
All right. All right. And so now, granted, I ain't read this yet.
Pass it around back there, back pew.
Yep.
Thank you.
Now, granted, I ain't open it yet, right? But but see, in the words of Sister Glorilla, hallelujah. That's why I always love tomorrow. Okay. So starting tomorrow.
Yes,
with Jesus. Okay. Because I need some calm. I need some peace because it's real easy to go out here and wanna, act erratic, and it's no need for all that. It's no need for all that. And I'm not gonna let no people get me out of my zone with none of that nonsense. So I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna love me. Well, I'm already loving me more. But you know what? It's probably like love me more and fuck them less. That's probably what that is. Like, yeah, there we go.
I love that motto.
Thank
fuck
you.
them less, because we
Yes.
always like fuck them. No,
Yeah.
who is them?
Exactly. Because see,
I'm loving me
we move
and not
closer to Jesus. Okay.
with love.
Exactly. Because when you move closer to Jesus and you align yourself, all right, then it goes ahead and get everything together. Take a sip for Jesus. He turned water into wine. Come on, y'all. All right. All right. Bow. One time for Jesus. Mm-hmm. Sister Shantae, pass the collection plate over here. And what are your resolutions?
Can I get a resolution? Whoop whoop.
Yo, I forgot. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we gonna get in there, Kurt. Give me one moment, honey.
See, this microphone got me feeling like I don't know whose studio I think I'm in, but I'm telling you, after we finish recording, I'm gonna sit here. I think I might just start yelling at my kids through this just because. Yes.
You might get your point across, but
I might. But yes.
Just focusing on me more, revamping things, like you said. Definitely dedicated my life more to the Lord Jesus. Because 2020 was not easy on me. I lost my mom, dealing with all of that. And it showed me a lot about friends and family and who's actually there for you and who ain't there for you. And, no hard feelings, no love lost. But it's definitely awakened me in so many different ways that I was like, I really had to sit down and look and reflect about what I need to change for me and mine. So 2023 is focusing mainly on bettering me, bettering things for my family, not being afraid to jump off the porch. Because I find myself doing that a lot. I'll talk myself out of things. These are unknown facts that people don't know about me. But I find myself talking myself out of things. And I'm like, no, you're too smart. You're too everything to settle for the bullshit that you settled for previously. So
yes, honey, you ain't lying, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You speaking the truth about yourself, honey, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You really are too smart, child.
You are.
I got something I need you to proofread too. We're gonna talk about that later, though.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was
all I can say is amen to our resolutions. Amen
yeah.
to prospering, because we got this.
Yeah,
we
definitely
do. Yeah, like my eyes start watering up, and I'm like,
Girl, she about to pull that music back out.
Yo.
I'm like, oh man, we might need to make a record. That's a killing right there. Like I'm telling you.
Like, yo, and I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting here 2020. It was oh my gosh, yo, that 2022, like
2022 hit different, and I was like, you know what, we're going to switch some things up. It might take a while because it's definitely not a race.
Yeah.
And you gotta slow walk it, and it's okay. You're not on nobody else's time.
Exactly.
Your time. So don't rush. Don't let social media drag you into, well, you gotta do this by a certain time. You gotta do this by a certain time.
Man, no. Listen.
They don't hit big success until they're in their 30s, almost 40s most times.
Yeah.
Which I'm not that close to, but I'm not that far away from. But I'm somewhere.
Listen.
Okay. It's like
okay.
Yeah. But no, really, y'all. So back to some real facts. Okay. I want to kind of get into some of the more sadder topics. I know, it's kind of what it is, but it's some things that I feel like needs to be highlighted upon. And so recently, I have been saying in the media, and this is tragic for me because, like I said, I've lost some loved ones due to some unfortunate situations. But I've been saying, like, the folks killing the folks in the family over the EBT cards and stuff like that. And I say, I don't even know if they got the stamps. I know I don't have mine, but I say, what the hell is going on with the people? Like, what's going on? Like, I know mental health is a big thing, and that's one thing that a lot of people like to play about. Oh, mental, and like, do y'all really understand mental health?
Yeah.
And where does mental health draw a line with a crime?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject because people quick to, say, oh, my mental state, which some things I do truly understand. Like if you're bipolar or schizophrenic, just to name a few, you do suffer from ups and downs and you don't know sometimes day to day. And I will say with the media, they do a piss poor job at highlighting the resources that people can get to help correct their situations. Actually today, speaking of that, I actually ran into somebody I went to high school with, and I already knew that he wasn't mentally there, just immediately. And just the way he was talking to me, he even admitted that he was in a manic state. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what's wrong. Are you taking the necessary steps? But, I didn't want to go there because you don't know. When somebody's in a manic state, you don't know. But I did tell him that it would be okay. It would be okay. And he will be in my prayers, but it'll be okay. If you do what you're supposed to do, you'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
but
it's like really like you guys heard about it's the man where, well, let's see, this just happened all this stuff just happened the other day. I think it's probably within the course of the last 2 weeks. There's a man who was driving, had his family in the car, and he just decided he was going to drive off the side of the mountain. And this I think is over in California. So he decided he was going to drive off the cliff. But guess what? Everybody lived, okay? Everybody. So now you in jail.
Look at God, honey. Look at God.
Look at God, but also look at the level of fail. So now however sad he was, however mad he was.
I know he was big mad. Ooh.
Yo, and then imagine it was his wife and his children. So imagine you get up there and they got the emotional. I don't know if y'all have ever had to go to court and give an emotional impact statement or anything like that. And imagine I would get up there and be like, Daddy, really? Like imagine you was like McDonald's. And the thing about, he probably was petty like that. He probably took him out to go get something that they like and everything, and he ain't know, and just veered off the road. And then there's another person where the man, his wife filed for divorce, maybe I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks prior. So he went back and he killed everybody. He killed her. He killed I think it was 5 kids and her mother and his mother-in-law, and he killed himself. So I'm like,
the new gangsters of the world don't even look like the ones down Benham Road. The new gangsters look like these people with their families and their children.
Exactly. It's a problem. And then that the other day here, just in case if you all don't know where we're recording from the DMV. And in this area, there was a 6-year-old who shot and killed their teacher the other day.
Yeah, that's very audacity. Because where did he get the gun?
Thank you.
What type of like his parents, like, what, how did he
get to school that morning?
Right.
Exactly. Because it sounds like he takes care of himself. Like he paid the bills. He was
he's independent. He's clearly independent. Yes.
He's head of household. That's scary.
It's very scary because our kids are, within that age bracket. So it's like, okay, wait a minute. What were you doing as a parent to make sure that your weapon was secure in a way?
Exactly.
And then how did you not know it was missing? Because me, if I owned a firearm, I'd be checking every day.
Exactly.
Honey, my kids are the same age as the little boy. You understand? Like, what if my kids was in this child's class?
Exactly.
What if it wasn't it was so many what ifs.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it brings us back to, once again,
educate your children first and foremost, so that even at that age, your child, Because now it's to that point now. Remember back in the day, it used to be like the high school stuff. You know, we were a
Yeah.
little bit bigger then. You had a different mindset. But at 6, my kids is almost dillier than a bag of bricks, honey. I don't know what the hell they would have done if something like that would have went on up in the damn school.
Yeah.
But as a parent, I'm fearful for that. Honestly, seriously, it's sickening and it scares me.
Definitely.
I'm at work every day with my phone clutched to my side, any vibration, because you don't know what's going on out here at any given time. I need to be able to get to my kids in an instant.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
For real.
Yeah, it's scary. And like I said, it brings it back to mental health because now all those kids that witness that, they're going to need some type of therapy. They're going to need some type of counseling. They're going to need it because how do you explain to a 6-year-old that your classmate just shot your teacher and everybody's sitting there looking? Like, that's not an easy topic. Just like with back in 22 when the guy shot up the school in Texas. Those
Yeah. Oh my
children
God.
need help. They need therapy. And I mean, I'm not saying I want any of the parents to relive that, but what's happening with the kids now? What steps is the school taking? What steps are the parents taking to ensure that their children are okay? I mean, they'll never be okay, but that they're okay.
And honestly, I feel that because it was publicized and those same questions that you just asked, like what's going to happen next, should be publicized. Because what would happen next? This is something that can happen again. And I'm just saying, like in an instance, like if it's something that's going to happen again, and we need to be prepared for these type of things now, because now that we know that this is something else that we're dealing with in the present world, and that's like really, really, really messed up. Like you said, these kids are going to need help, but not only are the kids going to need help, that community alone for the schools, these school systems are going to need help on fixing certain standards for not even just mental health services, security services,
Yeah.
who pick up these children's services, who all they might, and that's another thing. A lot of y'all see, I be watching a lot of TV, not just no you know what I like to watch, y'all. But I really be watching some real deal prime stuff, okay? And
Yeah.
they have been arguing with the board of education, honey. I'm talking about these parents that care about their kids' educations. It may not be none of y'all out there. They up there arguing with the folks like this. They not playing. Them
Yeah.
the people out there that's fighting for y'all kids' educations. Them the people that are out there making the changes. It ain't us, the ones talking
Yeah.
bullshit. No. It's
No.
not cussing the teacher out because little Bobby up there acting a fool. It's not. No. It's the folks down there that's doing them forums. It's the folks that's coming out to those types of events that they're having, because a lot of that stuff is it be a one time ayo, and then don't nobody else know about it.
Yeah.
But if you really care about what's going on, safety measures, that's where you would start. For anybody who want to know, go
Yeah.
find in your local jurisdiction, go get with the folks, and go
Yeah.
figure out how to make a change. Because honestly, where we live at, we have different school jurisdictions and things like that. Everybody handles things differently. Different measurements are taken.
Yeah.
But
Like,
what security measures? Like,
It sounds like there was none.
I mean,
well,
clearly,
you know
but
what?
how can you
It's
put a
because they're
metal
not thinking about that
detector?
for elementary school.
Well, at that point, I mean, but if you're at the elementary school, you want to have some. What if it was nasty Ricky coming up in there to yank your kid out the school? It seems like he could do that too at that point, because you done let the people shoot the damn teacher in the classroom. It sounds
Mhm.
like anybody could just come up in the school.
It's
Well,
it's really
elementary schools don't have security.
Well, maybe
yeah.
they need to look into something a little different now.
Well,
Yeah, they definitely.
it factors into a lot of different things, budget, blah, 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 because security is only really prevalent in middle school and high school. But as you see, like you stated, the trend right now is all elementary schools. It's not happening in middle schools and high schools as much anymore.
Very true.
Is it because the people know that elementary schools don't have security? Or is it just people just not caring anymore?
Right.
Yeah, like,
Because
and
even
then
down to the parents, I've seen the parents acting the fools up here at these schools. worse than the children. So at that point, I mean, are you giving the children a good example? Because you know, and I know y'all have heard about a lot of those instances as well, where the folks is out there now. It's the whole family is out there fighting.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Rectifying the situation with the principal, but no, you want to go back to being on your things that you was on 20 years ago. Sit your old ass down before you get a stroke out there trying to fight your child battle. They probably was wrong anyway. Sit your ass down. I need to get their ass knocked out at that
I mean,
point.
it's anymore. It's all about what. Oh well, my kid. It's my kid wouldn't do that. No,
Yes,
some
your kid would. Your kid would.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it makes it terrible because when you do try to bring this type of attention and awareness to parents, they're quick to fight you versus correcting their kid or hearing the entire situation out. And my thing is, you shouldn't even do that in front of your child because that's why they think it's okay anyway to disrespect an adult. Now, I'm a firm believer respect. You have to give respect to get it. And as a child, you still have to respect that child for the way they think or what they might ask or what they might say. But there's also a respectable way of going about it. And that needs to be taught. And most of these things needs to be taught at home.
Very true. Like I'll be honest, my daughter is in the sixth grade, and what's going on? So now, okay, so sixth grade, this hormones and stuff jumping in these kids and everything. It is this boy in her class, this boy who shall remain nameless, but I know exactly who it is. But anyway, this boy in her, okay, so like at her school, so put it like this, it's not just the violence, there is, y'all, there is sexual violence and sexual abuse amongst the students. So for my daughter, she told me, she's like, mommy, we can't go to the bathroom, like we can't go by ourselves. And I'm like, excuse me, what you talking about? She's like, no, like the teacher has to take the whole class to the bathroom. So I don't know how the bathrooms are set up in up there because, you know, because of COVID, I haven't been able to go. I've only went into the school probably twice, but I don't know if it's like the girls' bathroom is here and the boys' bathroom is here. Either way, the teachers stand in the middle. While the teachers stand in the middle, this boy, she's telling me that the boy is taking off people's masks, taking down people's masks and kissing them. So I'm thinking she's about to tell me that the boy kissed her or whatever, right? Because that's the way I'm thinking in my mind. No, he took down boys' mask and he's going over there kissing these boys in the mouth, right? So then he goes into the bathroom because they're sitting there online. He goes in the bathroom and now he's kissing the boys in the bathroom. So, like, and I told her, I said, well, what did the boys do? And she was like, the boys were just like standing there, like frozen, right? And I'm like, wow. So now everybody knows how he is. He likes this boy in the class. He was friends with the boy. The boys start, he now has a girlfriend that's also in the class. So he's crying and he's devastated in class.
Are raging through this class, huh, honey? Like
Yeah, yes. And it's the same one individual.
they don't know which way to go.
Listen, and so then check this. So he sits next to my daughter in class and he takes so he's crying because the boy now has a girlfriend or whatever. So he's crying and he's saying that he wants to be with this boy. So he's like, if any of you laugh at me, I'll stab you. I'll stab you right now. So then he sits next to my daughter. And so she's sitting there, she's looking at him, she's like, calm down. She said, you're like 11 or 12 years old. You got a lot of life left after this. Everything will be okay. You'll find someone else that you like again. You know, this boy took this pencil and he like poked my daughter with it, right? And so she tells me that, and I was like, oh yeah. So when she tells me that, I'm like, back, because I see him every day. So in that moment, I want to sit here and approach this child, and I'm like, you can't do that. The first of all, you just can't. And I'm like, but so my daughter told me what his mother vehicle looked like. And I'm like, I mean, I'm equal opportunity. So it's nothing because I see this woman's vehicle every day. And I wanted to go ahead and take it to the teacher and everything. But my daughter's like, no, like I can take care of it. I can take care of it. I said, all right, well, this is this one incident. You tell me it happened again, or I find out you didn't tell me you're gonna have a problem. But it's the fact that like now you've got the hormones of people raging against it. So now you're mad that you're trying to force this boy to be gay who's telling you he's not gay. You're trying to force him to be gay. You're going around snatching people's masks off to kiss them. And I'm like, I'm telling everybody that I know because there's certain things that you wouldn't be thinking about. I really thought she was going to tell me he took her mask down and tried to kiss her. No, I was never expecting it to go gay. Never.
I mean, even if it goes gay, I mean, nothing's wrong with that. But the I think
It's nothing
that's
wrong with
when
that part.
mental health needs to come into play. Where's the school counselor?
Right, because now you want to go and stab
Little
people and
boy need to
everything.
be evaluated.
Yeah, and I told her, I said, you need to tell the girl, and I met the girl and her mother like at the what the back to school night and everything. So I'm like, you need to tell her mom what's going on, because I'm like, if he gonna sit here and poke you with a pencil, what you think can happen to this girl because he liked that boy so much? And it's the fact to even have to think like that. It used to be that you just had a crush, you'd be sad, you'd be like, dang, better luck next time. No, now you want to stab people. So it's like it ain't right. It's I don't know. They different. Like like
They
when she
sound
told me
very peculiar.
yeah, because when she told me they can't go to the bathroom together, I remember how stuff used to be when I was in middle school, and I remember some situations that happened where like these boys ran a train on a girl next to the guidance counselor's office. That was and like
Wow.
really thinking about it.
Guidance counselor? Wow, that's
Next to the
juicy.
guidance counselor's office, I was like, that was the dumbest idea. Like in real, and that was what happened when I was in seventh grade.
Like,
But that happened in seventh grade. So when she's talking about the bathroom situation, I'm like, I can understand why they tell y'all that y'all can't go to the bathroom by yourself and they got to take y'all as a class. But this is wild out here. And the purpose of me saying this is that some of y'all might not know that this is going on in your children's school.
Private school at this point. Oh my, that's middle school.
Private school is worse, girl. They be up there popping pills, all that stuff. No, it's like
gonna
it
be
ain't
like Colton. They're gonna be like Colton. Never mind.
Exactly, with the fancy dance moves.
Homeschool.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what school safe. I don't even know no more. I felt my daughter was definitely safer in virtual school, but I'm glad that she can go out here and
let's go back to online learning. Like
that's why when we would all get together and this then I'm about to say my child's name. My child want to jump into conversations and everything. I'm like, girl, mind your business. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, you really can't go see your friends. These are your friends.
We're your friends, your family.
Yeah. But I think the best thing that probably happened out the whole pandemic would be the fact that the TikTok challenges, all these dance challenges and everything to make people not think of all the violence. And then,
all the sorrow. We TikToked 2022 away, honey. I'm telling you, it was just
because
like, I'm not even a TikToker, but my kids are TikTokers. My kids are like professional TikTokers, and like they know how to do everything. They know all the songs, and most of the songs that I learned came from TikTok, like stuff that was hot later on. I'm like, my kids like, oh yeah, I know that from TikTok. I'm like, this gangster music's on TikTok. They like, yeah, this the dance. Oh yeah. Like, don't be dancing to that.
Yeah, no, I just learned the joint to Lil Uzi Vert joint. Like I just want to rock. Yeah, I just learned that joint. I'm like,
but that dance is intense. I'm like, wait a minute, that's one too many hip shuffles. Might throw something out, baby.
Exactly. I comfortably did this in my high back chair that is very supportive. Not nice to go ahead and got all this here. So I just went rock. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad my daughter ain't out here to sit here and tell me like you doing it wrong. I think I'm moving too fast, but whatever. I'm like, oh God, now I'm that parent. Oh God. Oh. But and then in Beyonce's Cuff It challenge, when they sitting here with the African American, let me just say it, African American community is trash for sitting here and making fun of these Caucasians that's out here trying to do the Cuff It challenge and they going to a different beat and bumping into each other and all that stuff. Don't do that. They was happy. They want to have a good time. They come out there for a good time and y'all disrespectful.
I mean,
it's wild.
It's learning steps because sometimes I be a little offbeat, and it depends on the moment and what's going on. If the drinks is flowing, then I might got a little bit more movement.
But you know what? I'm glad that your Blackness allowed you to say that. Honestly, you owned it. You're like, hey, sometimes I too suffer from this, but I don't know.
That's why I just be off my own thing. You feel me? Like I know I be offbeat. I make offbeat back on beat that I had.
And that right there, see this right here? Like, yo, it go for us like so many different songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody want to play some like old early 2000s music, like, where the party at?
Oh yeah, that's my idea. Go right there,
Party
like
at right there. And then let's see.
yeah, you might switch that joint up.
Right.
Like, that's
And then let's say they
right.
like, I just want to rock.
I'm not even gonna say what year I was born and almost this and decade. Oops.
I mean, but it was good times. But I will say, it just throws me off though. Like they did the oh my god, the You Abandoned Me, Love Don't Live Here Anymore. They did a fix to that, and my daughter, she'll be singing it, and I'm like, that's an old song, and she what? And then I let her hear the original, and she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, most of these songs and remixes and TikTok challenges, they come from a time before us.
Yes. Yeah, because you gotta let them know because they be trying to play you. They be trying to play you. I'm like, I know this because my mother used to play it. Don't do that. Like, don't do that.
It's a time
my grandmother played that stuff. Like some of that stuff I heard back in the decades.
That's why I said the time before us. It was, I mean, it's classic, but that just shows you that the music that we grew up on is classics, and it resonates with our kids and probably after that. And I mean, I'll be jamming to it too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Exactly.
Man, what? Throw the OJs on real quick, get it going.
Listen. Yo.
What they say, that's good. That Saturday morning cleanup music.
Exactly.
Yes, kitchen be squeaky clean.
The challenge that really tripped me out is that when they did like, okay, even though R. Kelly got all this stuff on it, R. Kelly got some bangers, and I'm not afraid to say that like he had hits, you know what I'm saying?
He had all hits,
a lot of hits.
Like 5 songs that wasn't hits.
My little cousin was sitting there. You're right. I can't name
all his songs was hits. Part 1, part 2.
Yeah, because I definitely remember singing "I Believe I Can Fly."
I don't know about what he do behind closed doors. Don't tell. But what he do on the track?
Yeah, like
part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, but the Chocolate Factory,
Yeah,
that was an album.
That too, but yeah, the song, what was it? Shake. That
leg shaking, and I love that song, right? So I see my little cousin doing it. She's like, shake, shake. She's doing it. I'm sitting here. I'm like, wait a minute. So when I heard it, I'm like, now mind you, she was here visiting, and so I'm dancing, and I'm like, what are you doing, Dynasty? Like, gather yourself. And then I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, what she know about this song? And I'm like, they made a challenge out of this. It's a challenge.
Everybody is doing it. The famous pastor guy, I can't think of his name, but the bishop, he's even doing the dance to it, and he got on roller skates. And I'm like, man, he is killing it. But of course, like I said, I don't agree with.
Maybe I need to get out there and do something then.
Right.
All right, guys. So ladies, we're gonna go skate with the pastor.
Yeah, I'm going skating with the bishop.
But you know what? But those are the same bishops that got like all types. Like, let's see, you got the Jamal Bryant bishops and preachers and everything. You know, where they got all types of creative families, and they create all these babies, and they sleeping with a good portion of the population and everything. I mean, not the population. I meant to say the congregation might be at. Yeah. But all respect to brother Jamal Bryant. I'm just saying what they had said in the papers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, back to while we speaking about Bishop, back to my man Kirk. So, is this yours? No. Y'all seen Kirk Franklin's son? He about to get his own show.
Really?
Oh, y'all don't know about the son?
No, is this the one that he cussed out?
About the community?
No.
LBGT?
I didn't know. No, I was about to say, is this the one that he cussed out?
That's the one that he said on the phone. He was like, "You."
Oh yes.
And so, I mean, I'm just repeating what Ply said.
Lord.
Okay, that's it. But yeah, Kirk Franklin's son was on a reality show for the community. And it was for boys, men.
Wait, he wasn't on Bobby Light's joint, was he?
No, he
I
wasn't
was
on
say.
Rolling Rage joint. He was on the Bad Boys Club
I
with
did not.
Nat Gunn on the Zeus Network.
Oh, see, I don't really watch TV.
Well, I mean, that's not even TV at this point. This is the apps. Then people ain't even watching television no more. People are watching the apps.
You're right.
We're watching networks now. We don't even watch television. We go straight to ABC now. Like,
Yeah,
I
because
don't
cable do
go to
that.
Channel 7 anymore. I just go right to ABC. Like, feel me? But
Out of control with their prices too, but that's a conversation for another day.
girl,
There
we
we go.
definitely gonna get into that one. But the boy, excuse me, Kirk Franklin's son, he was
I
on the
didn't
bed,
know.
and it came out. Well, I mean, actually, Kirk put it out. I mean, Plas, put it out. Put it out
Brother
that Kirk
Pie.
Franklin's son, the one he cussed out, he was, of not just, he likes men as well and stuff. So now because he went on that show, they had like not exposed him on the show. He never came out and told anybody like, oh, this is what I am. Because I mean, didn't y'all hear the voice message pretty much? I mean, it's what I am. But because he went out there and basically, I guess, owned his place in the community, now he's about to get his own show. So I don't know
Wow.
what the show is going to be about necessarily. I can't wait to see it. Um,
Ugh.
It's definitely going to be interesting considering the whole background with the Bible, which I'm not going to go into all that because everybody has their own feelings. I love
Yes.
everybody, regardless of what side you pick or which way you choose to go. If you choose to identify with something or not, that's your business. I love you. So that's going to be very interesting considering that his father is a man of God in his own ways because he got his own demons too. But like I
Right.
said,
Never forget he was in the dumpster looking for his porn. Never forget that. Never forget
girl,
that.
he ain't the apple don't fall too far from the tree, honey. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? My man Kirk Franklin, shout out to Big Kirk and Little Kirk.
Prayers for the Franklin family in their transition and moving forward. So, all right. Let's talk about the next thing is what quarter are we in this cuffing season? It's like I don't know. I don't think we in the playoffs yet, but I feel like we might be getting close because Valentine's Day is next month. So
Valentine's Day is how many days away? How many days
oh,
away?
it's not
it's under 40 days.
I got under 40 days to find an eligible bachelor.
Under 40 days.
Girl, guess I'm be right here. Y'all gonna be there with me when y'all come back from y'all dates right here?
Listen, I mean,
Episode 5 by then, right here.
all I can say is through the arms of an angel.
Like me. No, please, because girl, my DMs would have. Hell no, nigga. Hell no.
After this, I mean, we gonna see what it do.
You are right now. So
where are y'all? Where are y'all? Y'all go first, because
I'm not in any. Wait, that's gonna sound so wrong. So I'm just not even gonna say that.
Oh God, yeah. Think about it. He watching the show. He watching the show.
He probably is
and I seen at marker
very, very, very lightly at that point.
Exactly. I seen that marker 59 and 59 minutes and 42 seconds. You said what? Anyway, baby, it's not even like that. It's not even like that, babe.
Okay,
don't do that.
I can't participate in cuffing. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, I can, and I'm trying to get cuffed, honey, but not like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for
a healthy cuff,
bachelor. Okay,
a healthy cuff.
But I have someone that I've been talking to, so therefore, we're taking things slow, see where it goes from there, because I really do like him. So, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a lot of time. I mean, I don't think this year is going to be like how last year was, where like every day, like during the day is somehow transitioned to like 3 days forward from then. Like for now, like this year so far, I've been able to enjoy a good portion of every hour of the day. So you got like a good 40 plus days left, baby, to go ahead and make this happen. I'm sorry, 30 plus days to make this happen. You can make this.
Well, it would be cool if that was my Valentine, but I mean, You never know. Like
That's why you always
I
let them
always
off.
seem to fumble some type of anything. Lately, it's been nothing. It's been like really dry. It almost was to the point where I was about to be like, hop in my DMs, everybody. But no, it ain't never given that like at all. I'm never giving. That might have been me like a couple years ago. I was on,
Uh-uh.
hey, anybody want me? But like, no, like honestly, I'm getting to that age. Damn, I want to stop keep saying that because they like, damn, how
Yeah.
old? But I'm getting to this age now, honestly, where like I'm looking for something, honestly, actually, seriously. Like I'm looking for something serious. You feel me? I'm a grown ass lady. I got my own business. I got this, that, and the third, the fourth, the fifth. I ain't got no time to be out here playing games with folks. I'm trying to get cuffed. Boop, boop, period.
Okay,
So,
so since we're
Well,
talking about cuffing and Valentine's Day and all that stuff, so what about this moo wave? Is that appropriate attire for Valentine's Day, or are we still keeping it
listen.
lace,
um,
sexy?
unless
Let me
you're playing that moo moo in the backseat of your car, you a cookie.
listen. Okay, so let's take it back right now. Back when we were trying to, our season was postponed. But when we first were trying to record for this season, and remember we were out here, we put the questions out talking about the moo and trying to get people's thoughts on the moo and everything. From what I heard from a lot of men that slid in my DMs to give me their answers, all of them was like, at first they was questioning, like, when you say moo what you talking about, right? And so I'm like, well, it depends on what you want to consider a moo. Like, there's the standard size. I'm like, I'm not talking about the 600-pound life moo. I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I ain't talking about no big ass snuggie. I'm talking about the joint where, they walk by and it's like, I think from what I understood from the men that responded, they like the fact that it's like a game. So like when you walk in, because they try to sneak a peek. So like you walk in and it's like, ah, she getting up. Wait a minute. And there's all that. Now, I decided for research intention purposes only, a young man that I frequent. Hello, baby. Love you dearly. But a young man that I frequent, um, I was like, I asked him this question. So I said, okay. So I had a moo I had lingerie, and I had a really big oversized moo and something else. But either way, I asked him to rate these things. So I put him on. He was like, So he gave me there is the, he said the post nut him would like the moo. He said the pre nut, no, I'm sorry, no. He said I'm sorry, that's a lie. He said the post nut him would like the lingerie. The pre nut him would like the moo. And I'm like, really? That
Oh,
didn't
he
make sense.
wants some freaky deek 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 freaky deek 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 deek. Get it, girl.
Listen, hey baby, hey. But yes, and so when he said, I'm like, really? I was very surprised. And I'm like, huh. But then I start realizing, so let me just say, I told my girl, I sent all my friends on a moo mission, right? So I had my girl in Baltimore, I had one of my girls in Texas, I had my girl in Atlanta, and another girl that's AMPG. And I'm like, all right, put these moo on and see what happens. Well, guess what? My one girl, she's expecting a baby in July, after wearing the moo and yeah, she's expecting a baby in July now. The baby is due, I believe, July 18th. So shouts out to her. So the moo movement is real. And she was like, she was already having a lot of action, but the moo actually increased the action. So I really made sure that me and my friends, put in some effort to go ahead and bring back proper research. So the moo is winning.
Right, they're
I didn't
definitely
know.
they're lit because my one homegirl, she was just being funny. And she put on her moo and she put on some heels with it, and she had her bonnet on, and
Oh,
she, the way her little Snapchat was blowing up was crazy. I was like, that's crazy because I own a few. I'm not gonna lie, that's my preferred outfit to go to bed. I have several. I have some with pockets, some with no pockets, and I like the ones with pockets preferably because you can walk around the house, put your phone in, whatever else you're doing. They're nice. They're very accommodating. And I have
yeah.
got the buttons down the front.
Yeah.
And everybody that I've talked to, they don't really care because at the end of the day, it's easy access.
Yeah.
Just keep it 100. It's easy access. There's no extra work. You don't really have to take it completely off, but depending upon what
pick it up.
you want to do, you just pick it up, keep it moving, do what you need to do. Yeah. But it's the fact that it was frowned upon, but then it's like now it's the thing, because I've seen a lot of things on Instagram where people's like, these are the outfits that kept your grandmother's lights on. These are the outfits that kept grandma from not working. These are the outfits that 9 times out of 10 your parents were created.
Yes,
we're here. So shout out to the Moo Gang. Shout out to the Moo
Gang. Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity for extra income. They say the first billionaire ever had a moo.
You know, once I start thinking about it, there is a song that it was okay. So when I was going out and doing my little test questions and everything, I kept looking. I didn't know it was so many songs that people made about muumuus. There is a country song. It is this white woman that's singing. She's talking about some. She wanted to know how to keep her man, and her mom said, "Come over here to my closet," and went and said, "Here, try this song. You'll be able to keep it." And it was a muumuu. So I'm like, my mom. I don't remember my mother ever having muumuus. Yeah, I don't remember my mom. My mom didn't have any muumuus, but she had the joints where the other joint that's popping is the little like lingerie. It's not even lingerie. It's like the nightgown, and they got to match the coordinating robe or whatever.
Oh yes, I love those. Those are like mini muumuus. Yeah, they're like muumuu juniors.
Yeah, exactly. And so like,
I know about those.
That was the other and that's the other. That was one of my. Listen, that was one of my options. So when I had this, so I had really had a full-fledged muumuu, a piece of regular coordinating lingerie, and I had that what I just said, the joint with the coordinating robe. I really can't remember what the other thing was, but when I tell you, I know that it was hitting like this. I did not know. I'm like, dang. I'm like, so you mean to tell me all that money I spent all them years? Because a lot of this stuff down at Foreman Mills, and I'm just trying to figure out why I paid Victoria's Secret all this money, and I never had to do that. So yeah. So ladies, save some money. Men, Valentine's Day is coming up. Go down to Foreman Mills, okay? They got to sell all the time. Walmart. Go Walmart. Walmeezy. Yes.
And like I said, it comes with pockets. They're very comfortable. Buttons, whatever floats.
Whatever you want.
God is terrible.
I'm just saying, I didn't know. I did not know. I didn't know that it was ever popping, because I had never heard my friends talk about. And like, y'all remember, like, once we were able to be grown enough to go out here and be like, yeah, I'm outwardly sexually active, and you going out with your friends. And I remember like, oh yeah, because I got a date with such and such, whatever. You going out, you getting the lingerie and all this stuff. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that I walked past that set for $12.99 to go over here and pay this money for this coordinating bra and panties and the garter and all this other stuff? And I had to realize this stuff must be for me. Oh yes. And did all but it's just really, it's really wild. It's really wild. But I can give credit to our producer, Mr. Mike T.
Shout out
who said it.
Mike
Yes, Mike T. And to be honest, the first person of the Moo Gang was Miss Tay, aka Shakira.
He encouraged women to wear muumuu.
He is. We were having a meeting, y'all, and she turned around. She went in her refrigerator to go grab something. That thing was thinging, and so next it was like, oh, okay. And then there's a bunch of guys on our network, as you see us go ahead and say on the 613 network. Here you go. Yep, shameless plug. Yep. And the guys, they was like, yeah, that's nice. And I'm thinking, it's a muumuu. I'm like, no. I'm like, it ain't no thong, it ain't nothing. But I see that thing. And so once I sit there and I pay attention, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Once I realize it's looking like tennis, then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is working. But thank you. Shout out to Mike T.
right, so let's get into this Ask Mike segment. I'm so excited. Like I said, we're gonna keep it mild because we're just now getting back, you know. Don't want to overwhelm my man too much. Need him to come back every episode. How you feeling today, Mike T?
I'm on the edge of my seat, literally.
Why? Don't be. I said I was going to keep it mild and keep it, you know, in context of what we were discussing earlier. Okay. So what are some of your New Year's resolutions?
Oh,
see, I told you I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in there. Not too much pressure, a little bit.
See more moo-moos. But no, I mean, it's gonna sound real dumb because I said this last time when we started the first season. Focus on y'all, focus on 613, keep building the brand, keep pushing. I don't really have no resolutions this year for real. I ain't really do none. I ain't really like say I'm gonna do this year. I'm just gonna keep pushing. You know, everybody went through kind of tough year last year, so.
Right. No, that's understandable. I know a couple of people that just said they're just gonna go with the flow of things and take it from there. So, okay. Yeah. But hopefully in 2023 you'll be able to get to see more moo-moos. We'll put that on the list to check off.
You gotta get the moo-moos. You gotta get more moo-moos in the world. All moo-moos. Moo-moos is the great. I try to tell y'all.
You're right. You did. You tried to tell us
scalloped potatoes.
The scalloped potatoes.
It's a simple thing for men. It's simple things for men.
Simple pleasures in life.
Is this the only question you have for me?
Yes, that's it. I told you I'm gonna keep it mild next week, though, baby. We're gonna turn it up a notch. Turn it up a notch. So, just appreciate today.
I'm Ask Mike, and
shout out to Mike T. Shout out to host 613 Faye Productions. Like shout out to all the other podcasts. Make sure y'all go follow. Everything we got. We're on all the platforms: IG, Twitter, YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow us.
What else we got, y'all? We got all anything. Just put us in
everywhere.
Google. Put us in Google. It will all be at the end. You'll see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely shout out. And yeah, that was that.
Yes. Well, thank y'all for coming back and joining us here. And supporting us on season 2. We got a lot of great things to show you. And I think next episode, we're going to go ahead and keep it spicy for y'all. Yeah. So I'm thinking, so we wearing moo-moos next time, ladies? We doing moo-moos or we going to do the set?
Next time. I don't know what hair I'm going to wear next time. I just don't know. Listen. I don't know. I want to keep it spicy for everybody. Wow. But also, I want to keep it spicy for us. You feel me? Like, what's up? Let's do this. Season 2.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.